Hi everybody, it's Miss Gail from Medina County District Library. I hope you guys are doing great. Your teachers have asked me to do a book talk for you. So the first one I have with me, see if I can hold that up to the camera a little bit. It's by Jennifer Holm. This one is a graphic novel. If you are a fan of books by Raina Telgemeier like Drama and Smile and Sisters, you will probably be a fan of the Sunny series as well. Sunny has started middle school in her series and she's hanging out with a new bunch of friends. Her best friend has decided that some of the things that Sunny's been doing are really not that groovy. Her best friend's really into makeup and fashion and is really excited about the middle school dance coming up. And Sunny would rather just be hanging out at home, hanging with her new friends and having some fun that way. Sunny is having more fun playing a game called Dungeons and Dragons. And if you haven't heard of that, it's a role-playing game. And a lot of people haven't really been into that. I have a picture here. Let me find it. So this is on the inside of the book. And it's Sunny's new friends playing Dungeons and Dragons. And the way Dungeons and Dragons works is you have to have a dragon master that kind of runs the game. And you can pick a character. So you can be an elf, you can be a cleric, which kind of runs around and does different things. So you can be human, or you can be a mystical character. And Sunny is having a lot of fun playing that game. So some people really don't think that's a very cool game, but other people do think it's a cool game. So this book is very much about being who you are and finding some new things to try. So that is Sunny Rolls the Dice. And it's by Jennifer Holm. I have another book. It's called Wish Tree. It's by Catherine Applegate. And Catherine is also the author of The One and Only Ivan. And some of you may have read that book before. That one's a really good read if you have not. So this is called Wish Tree. And the main character is named Red. And Red we can see on the cover of the book here. Red is actually a large tree that is in this neighborhood, and Red is known as the wish tree in the neighborhood, or in the city actually. And a lot of people come and they hang their wishes on Red's branches. Red has some animals that live in the tree, and Red has been around for many, many, many years. She's a very large tree in the area, and it's just been habit for people who make wishes to hang their wishes either on a cloth or on a piece of paper and tie it to Red's branches. So Red is actually narrating the story for us, and Red is telling us all the things, and she's had some positive experiences, she's had some negative experiences, but lately in her world things have been really rocky and she doesn't know what to do with the situation. A new family has moved into town, and the little girl comes and sits underneath Red's branches and just starts talking to Red, telling Red about all these feelings she's having. She's being bullied at school. She's not fitting in very well. And Red really says that she's a stoic listener because she's a tree. So what else is a tree going to do? So the story basically, it goes on and on about bullying and fitting in, and eventually this new girl meets a friend other than Red, and things progress. So wishes really do come true in this book, and it's a fun read, especially if you like animals. I love trees, and I loved hearing this story. It's the first book I've read that has a tree perspective, so it just was a really fun read for me. Again, same author as The One and Only Ivan, which is also available for you guys to read as well. Escape from Mr. Limoncello's Library is by Chris Grabenstein. Chris Grabenstein is a really fun author to read. He has quite a few books. There are several in this series, and then there's another standalone that he has as well. He's been writing for many, many years. He's really funny. So if you like funny books, he's a great author to look into. This is an adventure, if you will. So Mr. Limoncello is a game inventor, and he's very popular. He mostly invents board games, and the kids in this small Ohio town are really excited that Mr. Limoncello is opening a brand new library. So of course I love this book because I'm a librarian, but it's really fun. So instead of just opening a new library, Mr. Limoncello comes up with a game for this library. And he has encouraged the kids of the school to write an essay to see if they can be invited to this new grand opening game that he has created. And it's an escape challenge, so kind of like an escape room, only set in the library, which I think might be really fun to do. So Mr. Limoncello comes up with some challenges. He invites several kids to the grand opening, and they have to spend the night in the library and solve a bunch of clues in order to escape for the grand opening in the morning. So a lot of the clues are book related. They have to read some passages. They have to do some obstacle courses, and it's really cool. Mr. Limoncello has some unique things like statues that kind of come to life and talk in a way. They're kind of robotic statues, and the main characters just have a blast working with Mr. Limoncello to get out of this library. So that's a really fun read by Chris Grabenstein. The next one I have is called The House of Secrets. It's by Christopher Columbus. And Chris Columbus, I know that's a very familiar name, Christopher Columbus. He is not the explorer that you've heard about in history class, but this author here. So Christopher Columbus has this series, the House of Secrets series. And a group of siblings have just moved to San Francisco into a new house with their parents. Their dad has lost his job, and they have to move into this new kind of creepy old house in San Francisco instead of living where they were used to. The house is really creepy and used to belong to an author named Denver Kristoff. And as the kids are living there, they discover that Denver Kristoff not only was an author, but he was kind of an evil wizard as well. So the kids are on an adventure through this book. They have to kind of solve a mystery. They actually get swept up into something that's going on in the house, and they get pulled into one of Denver Kristoff's books, and they're kind of stuck in that world, which isn't a very fun and exciting, I mean, it is a fun and exciting world, but it's not a very fun, happy-go-lucky world. So there's a lot of danger and intrigue in this story. And the siblings have to work together and try and figure out a way to get back home to their parents. They run into a lot of different characters. There are, like I mentioned, evil wizards. There's a witch involved named the Wind Witch, and she's controlling the weather. They meet a Cyclops in the series. That's a really fun read. So that is The House of Secrets by Chris Columbus, and that entire series is available for you guys to pick up. This next one I have is a graphic novel. It is called The Last Kids on Earth, and it's a really fun read by Max Brailer. So if you're a fan of graphic novels or you're looking for something new to read, new to try, give this one a try. This is also a new series on Netflix. So if you're interested in finding something new to watch as well, there's a new show based on this graphic novel. I definitely encourage you to read the books and then watch the show, comparing the two. I always think that the books are better than the movies or the shows. So you can make your own opinion on that, but this is a fun one. So the plot of this is it's an end of the world scenario. Monsters and zombies have started to take over the world, and there's a kid named Jack who needs to try and fix the situation. So he's put it upon himself and a group of friends to try and stop the monsters and zombies from taking over the world. Jack lives in a treehouse. He is fueled by an endless supply of Mountain Dew and Oreos, and he has access to all of his video games. So that sounds like a pretty good deal, right? Max has a group of friends, and he's made some new ones along the way, including some that he never thought he would be friends with. And they have to work their way through the plot and try and avoid zombies and monsters. And there's a lot of action and adventure in this series as well. So enjoy that. Okay, I'm going to hold this up. Our website is www.mcdl.info. If you already do not have a library card, you can get access to an e-card on our website. You just have to click on Get an e-card. It's absolutely free to do, and you are welcome to do that at any time. You do need a library card or access to a library card, or again this e-card, in order to download any books off of our website. You definitely can do this on your Chromebooks. So I know you guys have your Chromebooks for school, and you can have access to that. Now I have my tablet to show you. If you are actually on your Chromebook, you'll probably have this exact same screen, but if you're on a laptop or another computer, the website will look a little bit different. So on the website, over by our logo, there are the 3 lines and it says menu. So you're going to click on menu. And under menu, it gives you an option for eMedia. When you go to eMedia, it's going to give you another drop-down menu. And on there, you have access to Overdrive, magazines, Hoopla, Canopy, and some other things. So in order to find all of the books that I just shared with you today, you're going to go to Overdrive, and that's going to take us to another screen. And once that Overdrive screen loads, it says, no library card? No problem. You can click on the box here and sign up instantly for a library card. Or if you have a library card, you're going to be prompted to go ahead and sign in. Let me sign in real quick. And then once you sign in, it gives you another list of options. So on the front screen, it's going to give you some books that you might be interested in. But if you're interested in finding the books that I just shared with you today, there's a search bar at the top. And I'm just going to type in Wish Tree. And you can see it gives me 2 options. And here it gives me the audiobook, so you can listen to it. Or the ebook, you can download and read it on your device. It will give you the option to check that book out, and then it's going to prompt you to download it to your device, or you can read it on the web browser. So all of those books are available on our Overdrive app, and I hope you have fun reading them. It's great to share these books with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the school year, and I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon. All right, take care. Bye.